Hey guys, I got with the picks. It is Sunday, early morning. I think I'm stuck on 1-1. Um, just can't creep into 2-0 for some reason. We can thank Los Angeles for that. We can thank Las Vegas for that. I want to call them Raiders, and I want to call them Los Angeles and Oakland still, even knowing I know they're in LA. You know, we have second and goal from the 5. We hand off to Jacobs. He picks up 3 yards, turns into 3rd and 2, and someone gets the bright idea that, you know what? Let's pass the ball instead of run the ball again. So they pass on 3rd down, 3 and 2, and you know what happens. And then they come out and pass again on 4th and 2. That game was handicapped 100% correctly. We were never supposed to lose that game, and we did. And the game we did win was Tennessee. Tennessee controlled the clock. They controlled the time. They controlled everything and still ended up losing that game, but that's okay. Because I really didn't care who won. I didn't put nothing on the money line. It was just on Tennessee. So 1-1. I'm dropping an NFL game here, then I'm going to drop an NFL game over on TikTok. The one I'm dropping here is 6-10 Panthers going to 7-9 Saints. Saints given 3.5 total at 42. Panthers lost 2 out of their last 3. Yes, their offense has looked better. Sam Darnold is looking like the Panthers starter next year. He's been hooking up, especially the past 3 games with DJ Moore. They've been looking strong. Dante Foreman was added to the injury list on Friday, which is never a good sign. He's questionable. J.C. Horn, he was shut down for the season, so they'll be without him. And probably their best defensive player, their DN, Brian Burns, there's a high chance that he doesn't play in this game either. No practice on Thursday or Friday. Yeah. Let me see. 2 of the last 3 opponents Steelers held the Panthers to 16 rushes for 21 yards at 1.3 yards per carry. And Tampa Bay held them to 22 rushes for 74 yards at 3.4 yards per carry. And they lost both those by 8 and 6, making the Carolina Panthers one-dimensional in those games. And the Saints' defense is better than the Steelers' defense and Tampa's defense. You might even be able to combine them right now, and Saints' defense may still be better. It's a shame that Saints. Saints held their last 2 opponents to 20 points total. Each of the last 2 games, their opponent scored 10 points. They've only given, listen to this one, the Saints have only given up 135 points the last 9 games, averaging 15 points a game given up. Their last 5, the Saints are number 1 in defense DVOA. They're number 1 versus the pass, and they're number 11 versus the run. Last 4 weeks, the Saints have 5 takeaways and 13 sacks. Don't get me wrong, their offense hasn't done anything special by any means. But the last two teams they played, the last 2 weeks, they were on the road in Cleveland, a very tough spot for a dome team to play in the freezing weather. And the Saints won by 7 on the road. And at Philadelphia, where Philly needed to win to clinch the number 1 seed, in New Orleans won by 10. So their offense does enough. And they don't have to do much with this defense. If this D was on the field all year, New Orleans is a shoo-in, 100% a playoff team for sure. And to be honest with you, it feels like Kamara's due for a nice game. It's also big for a rookie to eclipse the 1,000-yard mark receiving, and Olave will do that in this game. They've been getting Taysom Hill involved a lot more the past couple weeks. This is a great spot for New Orleans, just to close out the year on a 4-game win streak, and for that defense to be ranked number 1 in the whole second half of the season. The pick here is we're taking the Saints minus 3.5. Guys, thank you for the likes, comments, subscribe, shares, everything. Like I said, I'll be dropping another NFL game over on TikTok. If you're not following me on TikTok, go over to TikTok, type in Hat Guy with the Picks, hit follow. You'll get notified every time I drop a pick. I will also be coming back on here and putting out the 8:15 game tonight. So be ready for that also. Guys, you already know what I'm going to do until I get back to you. We're going to get back to getting this cash.